Why is it that we are so entitled to our emotions? I mean, we have a brain, and we think, and we speak, and we do, and we understand, and whenever we can't understand, we compensate pretending like we do understand. Because humans, as a species, throughout evolution, if there's ever a problem, we create, we fix, we solve problems, we know everything except what we don't know. And it seems like we know everything that matters, that's here in front of us, but what isn't, you know? We're we're only, it's like the light spectrum. We're only seeing this much when there's really this much. We're seeing what's in front of us, but not what's beyond it, you know? Like the Lion King, you gotta look beyond. And, you know, it's so confusing to me sometimes whenever I step outside of myself and I put my own feelings aside. And of course, I can understand and empathize with everybody, but I'm speaking as the me that's not um, drowning in emotion, because that, you know, particularly shouldn't matter, because we don't know what it's even for. We're going to be completely, well, are we? You know, emotions seem like a bodily function. We have these chemicals going on, you know, imbalances to create emotions. Like, what is happening? We don't really know. I mean, a lot of us don't. I mean, I'm only guessing. That's, you know, that's what I've heard. But I'm not a neurologist, you know. But, you know, these are my thoughts again. I'm not always correct, you know. I'm just thinking out loud. But we're so small. We are people on a planet where there's millions of other planets around. Every star that you can see in the sky, which is probably only another little tiny fraction of what's really, you know, there, is said to be like a sun or have planets or something surrounding it. Like, yeah, so every star is like the center of a little solar system. And, you know, we are a solar system. The Earth, you know, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, whatever, that XY, whatever the fuck that one was. And there's supposed to be another planet behind the Kepler, whatever the fuck belt. That belt, the far one, the one that's after Neptune. But, fuck, whatever I was saying. Yeah, that's one, that's our solar system. And then there's billions solar systems within the galaxy. And then within the multiverse, there's more billions of galaxies, trillions maybe. Who fucking knows, really? Because I mean, we don't. We are. I can't even. I was gonna say we're this big, but we're not. We are inconceivably small. Big isn't even a word to use for us. And to think that we are so high of importance and we might ascend to something, you know, we might, you know, energy, you know, so far from what we have really discovered, which is amazing, that we can know so much and be so small. But really, again, in the scheme of things, that makes us know nothing. What do we know? What do we know? It's like living, if you were, you know, back however the fuck many years ago, where there was no nothing. You lived outside, you're a caveman. You didn't know shit. It was just you, whoever fucking, you know, your parents, whoever birthed you, the people around. And you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, I get that, you know. It makes sense where I came from. I know that, you know, given that's what was instilled in me. That's all I knew since I was born. And then you look around and you accept the trees, you understand it. But did you know how big the earth really was, you know, in that whole lifetime? Would you have known that we are this crazy infinite, so it seems infinite space. Where does space stop? If it is a space, is it filled? And what fills it? Like what are like we are filling the space is like water in a cup, and we are grains of salt speckled in it. Like we are just so inconceivably small, and it just keeps going and going, and I can't even find a way to stop thinking about it because my brain can't answer its question that it's trying to figure out. How small really, how small are we, and why? Again, that's the first title. Why do we feel? Oh God, sorry. Whoops. Why do we feel like, our emotions? I had a friend that killed himself, and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, I guess this sounds offensive, and this is just my thoughts. I really, I love him, and I cry every year on the day that it happened, and I'm like kind of getting emotional already just saying that, but I'm not trying to. It's just, I loved him. He was great. He was a cool, really good person. I grew up with him as a child, and I know him up until he killed himself. And it's like, why would you take your life, when really everything matters to you that happens, but it's really not about you. It's about everything as a whole. We are so small. We are so small. It's like he didn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. He was less than a second in the grand scheme of time, because time does not exist. It's everlasting. Everlasting. We are less than a split second our whole entire life on this universe, on this planet, in this universe. It's like our life doesn't matter, but it does to us. Obviously, or else I wouldn't cry. Why does it matter? Why are we here? That's always been the biggest question.